There are different ways of implementing PBL. I will here share the strategies that we have found in our research. The first strategy is the add-on and course strategy, and it's the most widespread strategy for PBL. In the literature, there is extensive reporting on PBL applied at a course level all over the world. And most of the research reviews on PBL actually reports from single courses. This is a typical bottom-up strategy, and for all single staff members, this is an easy strategy to use, as it only concerns a course that one might control, and it gives academic staff or faculty experiences. So, in that sense, it's really a good strategy. But there are also disadvantages. The first disadvantage is that it's an uncoordinated curriculum. Students might experience PBL in 2 or even 3 parallel courses at the same time. The issue with that is that students experiences an extra workload as they get more involved and engaged in learning. The second disadvantage is that sometimes the time frame for PBL activities is so short that one might begin to question if this is really PBL or it is a variation of active learning. Examples from reported PBL practices, for example, says that people are running courses for 4 hours per week over a period of 6 weeks. Of course, with such a time frame, it's not possible to learn the added value of PBL, such as the PBL skills. Most often, formulated PBL skills are not even included in the formal curriculum. The third disadvantage is an overview of the entire curriculum, which is often lacking. When students are doing comprehensive PBL course for the first time, it is important to give the students tools for project management and collaboration, and to orchestrate the development of students' learning of PBL skills by reflection. The fourth complication concerns the stability of the academic staff, as a single teacher decides on his or her own course and course pedagogy. If the single staff member leaves, there is no continuity to keep a PBL approach in the system. However, having pointed out these disadvantages, the advantage of the course strategy is that academic staff gain experiences and trust in doing something new. They experiment with small-scale PBL, or maybe in more correct terms, active learning methodologies. It can be a very important starting point in an institutional transition, that academic staff are positive and have some experiences. The second strategy is the integration strategy. Whereas the core strategy can be an individual strategy for single academic staff members, the integration strategy will require a system approach with both a top-down and a bottom-up approach. The integration strategy is very much oriented towards integration of projects into the curriculum across existing courses, especially company projects, which will most often require a cross-disciplinary approach and competences into the existing courses. There are many ways of reorganizing the entire curriculum. Maybe 2 courses can contribute to one project, maybe 3 courses contribute to one project. That does not matter. But what matters is that the students have to deal with only one project, and academic staff are committed to help students out with linking the discipline knowledge from the courses and use it in the projects as a frame for analyzing problems and choosing solutions. The integrated approach also allows for integrating competences and develop a progression of the learning of PBL skills and competences, together with a long list of other skills and competences. The integration strategy can be exemplified and found in the Conceive, Design, Implement and Operate community, the CDIO. The CDIO contains a long list of standards covering the system level, the quality assurance, academic staff development, and integration of skills and competences, and many more aspects. Right now, many institutions try to get from an add-on course strategy to a more integrated strategy. And the first step is to map existing teaching and learning systems together with the transferable skills and competences single teachers have integrated into their curriculum. From that stage, academic staff or faculty can develop a more comprehensive and integrated curriculum. First step is to map the learning outcomes in all the courses and identify which courses would benefit from combining discipline knowledge with relevant competences, or maybe even merge courses into or disciplines into bigger courses. The third strategy is the rebuilding strategy. Rebuilding of curricula only happens when you are building up a new institution or a new program. The rebuilding strategy emphasizes the societal context as a starting point for learning. Students learn to analyze the contextual problems in a critical interdisciplinary academic perspective and with no given answers, not even from the academic research societies. The philosophy is to let the students think outside the box, to create new ideas for societal development and green innovation. Disciplines do exist, however, they are shaped as a reflection of contemporary issues in society and are presented as societal themes to the students. An example could be smart cities or green cities. It could be green cities in Rio. It could be green city or smart city in Aalborg in Denmark. It doesn't really matter. But what then students, they should identify problems and issues they would like to work on and let the taught courses be selected according to the problem and projects that the students are working on. Maybe that kind of curriculum around the corner, as the integration of open learning platform or online courses, will allow for more flexible blended curriculum. At least there are no schedule issues as in a face-to-face curriculum. We have tried just to give a first draft of how it could look where you have at Aalborg University, where you have some compulsory courses and a lot of elective courses on an online platform. Core for the whole curriculum will be the projects. Some of the mandatory courses and the electives might have their own exam. However, most of the electives will be assessed in the projects. A system like this would demand new skills from facilitators or supervisors, as each project should have an own selection of elective courses. PBL is easily combined with the digital learning. Actually, I think that the projects will be even more important in the learning of tomorrow. This final slide sums up the 3 different strategies from 4 different perspectives. The curriculum and how radical the change might be for the discipline and the traditional course structure. The level of system change ranging from maintenance of the system to academic shared vision, leadership of the systemic change from a bottom-up strategy with the argumentation of academic freedom to becoming a visionary motivator and change agent, facilitating both top-down and bottom-up strategies. And finally, the faculty development strategies, going from an individual focus to community building beyond the existing disciplinary boundaries. What we try to exemplify here is that all these, if you really want to go for a rebuilding strategy, it will also have consequences for the level of systemic change, the leading, how you lead the systemic change, and the faculty development strategies.